Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 53 and today it is currently 3:29 in the afternoon, which is probably one of the latest starts of a Hermitcraft episode I have done over the past couple months. Recently, I have been extremely good at waking up early in the morning, getting straight on the Hermitcraft server and starting work on the episode, but today I haven't been lazy, so don't put that down in the comment section saying that I'm a lazy so-and-so. No, I have been ridiculously busy. I've been sending off parcels, sending off emails, doing Redstone creations. I've been doing video editing for a video that will have released yesterday, and that's a video that I actually recorded the day before about the Google Plus situation. I've been sending off emails about that, and I do believe I resolved it, which is a very, very positive thing. But all in all, it's been extremely busy, and now I'm on the Hermitcraft server, ready to crack on with a pretty awesome episode. I'm actually really excited for this one, because I've got a bunch of different projects, all of which appear to be in completely different areas. So we're going to be to-ing and fro-ing from various different locations today, and it should be fairly interesting. But anyway, as you can see from my inventory right here, it is currently filled with diamonds. This double chest is also filled with diamonds as well, and that is because this is from the screenshot that I did for the thumbnail of the previous episode of Hermitcraft. Now, I just thought I'd say, some people didn't particularly like this thumbnail. Some people thought I was like misrepresenting the number of diamonds I actually got. I personally just thought it was a cool looking thumbnail. I thought it'd be cool because I have enough diamonds to just drag all of the diamonds across my entire inventory, make it look like I've got loads of them. But some people thought that this was, I don't know, a bit of a shady thing to do. So I do apologise to anyone that felt like that was a bit of a dodgy thing to do. I honestly just thought it would be a cool looking thumbnail, but I can totally see where you're coming from there. But anyway, to start things off in today's episode, we're going to be doing another beacon-based mining session because the last one was obviously extremely successful. The only slight problem is, I really can't find my pickaxe. We've got this one there, that's definitely not the right one. We've got this one here, that's definitely not correct. I honestly just can't find my Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5 Silk Touch pickaxe, so yeah, we're going to have to go on a bit of a hunt here. I've located all of my bits and pieces. Funnily enough, I actually decided to be an intelligent human being for once and place all of them inside a chest while I was AFK at the skeleton grinder, so just in case I died while I was AFK, I wouldn't lose all of my valuable items. Now that is a lot more intelligent than me normally, which is why I totally didn't expect them to be there. But anyway, to start things off, as I say, we're going to be grabbing this beacon here, we're going to be heading off into the wilderness, chucking it down on y=11, and mining out the entire area. Let me know down in the comment section how many items you think I'm going to get during all of this, and just let you know, it's generally very efficient, so account for that. But I'm going to crack on with this one, then I'll catch you guys in a little bit. The hour has now been completed. The 1 hour mining session is now done. This is actually 2 hours after the previous clip because of course I actually had to find this location, I had to chuck in the beacon and do all that sort of thing. And finding the location for these sorts of things is a little bit more challenging than you would first expect, or at least for me it is, because I want to try and make sure that there's no lava lakes around and we don't fall into too many ravines. This one wasn't perfect. We had like a water area over here, we have a massive ravine over in that area, and also a bunch of lava stuff going on over here, but for the most part it was pretty much clear. So we had a pretty good mining session. We managed to get 1.5 stacks of diamonds, we got a bunch of redstone as you can see right here, little bit of gold, nothing too special, and also a bunch of lapis as well. I'm pretty happy, but the one thing that I will say is that I spent a lot of time repairing my Silk Touch pickaxe. That's basically the way that it went. I would do a bunch of mining with the Silk Touch pickaxe. Obviously, this thing has got mending on it, so then I would place in all of the ores. I would mine the ores with my Fortune pickaxe, with my Silk Touch pickaxe in the offhand, and then that pickaxe would pick up the XP and repair itself, but it does it so slowly that it meant that I actually spent more time actually fixing the pickaxe than I did using it, which is not particularly brilliant. I mean, that's not brilliant for getting resources, but it did work okay. And as you can see, we have got a lot of diamonds now, and in total, I think we have just over 4 stacks in total on the Hermitcraft server, which is insane. That's more diamonds than I think I've ever had. So I can't be too displeased. But anyway, let's pop back up to the RV, chuck away all this stuff, and then start work on the projects for today's episode. So I just thought it would probably be a good idea to do some resource cabinet clearing up. So as you can see, I try my best to sort out all of my resources into their various different types. So we actually have quite a large quantity of stuff on Hermitcraft right now. I am no longer feeling like the poor hermit, which is definitely a very good feeling, because for a while I was like, I've got no diamonds, I've got no nothing, I'm not doing particularly well. Now, I think, looking at this, we mean pretty serious business. We have just under 4 stacks of diamonds. We've got a bunch of redstone ore as well. I mean, that's a ridiculous quantity of redstone right there. Loads and loads of gold, lapis, everything. We've got iron, the whole lot. So I'm just going to chuck the rest of this in here. And I guess the last thing to look for is coal, which is all inside here. I'll get this all crafted into coal blocks and coal ore and things like that. And then we're going to be heading over into the brown district, because we're going to be making some changes over in the casino area. But before we do any of that, of course, I've just popped into the end to get myself a bunch of XP to repair my mending pickaxe. That's the fast way of doing things, clearly, because you just stand by that thing, all flies into the pickaxe, and within about 2 minutes, you have yourself a completely fresh one. So maybe I should have done that in the mining session, as opposed to mining out the ores. Who knows? So as you guys know, when I built this room, I actually asked for your feedback down in the comments section about the way that it looked. And believe it or not, despite what a lot of you say down in the comment section, I do actually read your comments, and I saw that some of you were saying that it's a little bit too bright and a little bit too white to be a casino, which I actually can totally understand. Usually casinos are like really dark and dingy places, and a lot of people said that I should change things up a little bit and perhaps go for some darker colours. For example, red stained clay in the walls. Now, I personally think that will actually look quite cool. I'm very excited to do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe out all of these slightly pinky blocks right here. I'm going to get rid of all of these, and I'm going to replace them with a red and see how everything looks. Fingers crossed it's nice. So far, so good, I think. Maybe. I mean, I can't get out of my head that they just look like stripes now. I'm going to keep going. The final few white stain blocks are going, the final few red stain blocks are in the process of being placed, and as you can sort of see from my screen so far, it does look pretty cool. I mean, I have to admit, it looks considerably more casino-y right now. This looks pretty awesome, but there is one thing that is sort of coming to mind, and that is obviously the stripes. I mentioned this in the previous clip. It looks like there's a lot of stripiness going on, and I really don't know how to fix that. So I guess this place is going to have to remain a work in progress, because, yeah, I'm still sort of working on it. I don't think it's perfect just yet, so once again, let me know down in the comment section how this place can be improved, and then in the next couple episodes, I'll probably get down to business and do that. But another thing that a lot of people were mentioning is that I should replace the blocks inside the reels with gold blocks, which I think is an awesome idea. And now we have the diamonds to pay for the gold blocks, I think that's something that we should do. Let's head back over to the RV. Is Mumbo going to continue his journey on being a super rich hermit? No, I'm just going to have to make do with my 4 stacks of diamonds. First group fight of today's episode, and it's gone horribly wrong. I walked into that so confident. Spoon count 1. 2 of our piston feed tapes are now in place, and I just want to say, this is a massive pain in the backside, simply because I've decided to build my feed tape out of the same blocks that I use for the redstone, which means that there has been a large number of occasions now where I've actually broken blocks that have redstone on them because I think that they're parts of the system. But anyway, 2 of them are done, 3rd one's still to do, and then this thing should be looking good. Here goes then, we're about to try this thing out for the first time. I've got a diamond in my inventory that I actually just stole from the winning float down at the bottom there. So let's chuck this in, and things are firing through. Now, we've already lost, so It's not the best start in the world, but let's see. Can we get like straight zeros? That'd be spectacular, but no. As you can see right here, this thing is working. It's looking extremely good. It's looking far better with these gold blocks here. But as I say, let me know down in the comment section what I should do next with this place. I still feel like it's not exactly perfect. Maybe we have to darken the rest of it up. Yeah, let me know down in the comment section. Next up on our long list of projects, we're going to be working over in the industrial district, over at our villager breeder and our villager trading booths. As you guys know, we have got a bunch of villagers now. In fact, we've pretty much fully filled the system apart from this one block right here. But if we head through into the breeder itself, well, let's just say we have a slight problem. A really big problem. Yeah, they are breeding like rabbits, or breeding like villagers in Minecraft, which is strange because I can never get villagers to breed, but apparently these guys are just really going at it. And we have got just huge quantities of them, and also a few of them in this area. And this guy as well. I mean, what are you doing out there? How have you got out there? I don't know, but this is an issue. This is something that we definitely need to sort out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the villagers from the villager trading area that I don't particularly like. I'm going to be removing those, putting them down into the water streams and dropping them down to their deaths, which is lovely. We're then going to be taking the villagers from here and putting them down into the villager trading system. If we don't like them, we're going to take them through here and put them to their deaths. That's basically the way this is going to work. We're going to have to be pretty cutthroat here because, well, there's a lot of these guys. One thing that I will just quickly mention is I am actually going to be saving a few of the brown coat villagers right here for a future project. As you guys know, I really want to make a fully automatic wheat, carrot and potato farm, and I do believe I need a brown coat guy to do that because of course he is the only one that can pick up these things. So I'm redirecting him off into this area. He's going to be saved. So as you guys can see right here, I've cleared out a bunch of space for new villagers to come into the system. Now I have to say, I haven't been particularly harsh on the villagers. There's a bunch of them left over. Obviously, all of my brown coats are pretty much staying. Any farmer that I get in the system is definitely staying inside here. And I think I've just placed a torch behind this guy. But yeah, this is a farmer right here. I do believe there's another farmer over here, which both have pretty good trades for like fully automated farms and things like that. But also, almost all my brown coats are staying just because I'll probably need those in the future. Obviously, all the white coats are definitely staying because they will provide enchanted books, which could come in handy. But all of the clerics almost are going. For example, this guy, he can drop down into the water. And pretty much all of the butchers and the leather workers, I've dropped those down as well. But weaponsmiths, armorers and things like that, for now, I'm going to be keeping just because they might be pretty good in the future. So now I guess it is time to start chucking in new villagers into the system. And as you guys know, the way that we do that is we hit this button right here. And that will pick up a new one. We should see that he will make his way round. It is, well, it looks like a weaponsmith or something. Yeah, we've got another armorer. I mean, I've literally got probably about 10 identical villagers to that guy. So, probably not the best starts, I would say. And a cleric. That's terrible. We've made an awful start here. Right, third time's lucky. Let's see if we can get a white coat or a brown coat at least. At least. Yes! Oh, that was brilliant. Okay, let's see what sort of trades this guy's got. Obviously, we will need to unlock a few more, but that's a pretty decent paper trade, I think. And then also, flame. That isn't too bad at all. Huh, I might have to make use of that one, even though I'm fairly certain. Yeah, this guy's got exactly the same one, but that is an insane paper trade. Seriously, I think that might be the lowest one. Not 100% certain. You know, I got excited over the flame enchantment. I have now got 3 white coats with exactly the same trade. Exactly the same. And it turns out, I did a little bit of research, this guy's paper trade that I got excited about is actually terrible. I'm awful with villagers. Just don't listen to me at all. Whoa, yes! Sorry, but that was just needed because look at this trade! A book and 11 emeralds for 1 silk touch book on the first trade. Are you crazy? And a sweet paper trade as well. Like, that's seriously awesome there, but that is mental. Let's just take a look and see how many emeralds I actually have. That's like a bazillion silk touch books right there. Dude, I feel like we could set up a shop maybe. Potentially, probably not. But that's pretty epic, to be fair. I'm so chuffed with that one. So we go. We have got 1 mega villager inside our trading booths. Let's keep going. What? I'm sorry, what? Oh my god! We got a Mending Villager! Like, we didn't even have to do anything to this guy. Oh my word! My mouth has hit the floor. I don't know what to say, guys. I genuinely don't know what to say. We are the luckiest, jammiest hermits on the Hermitcraft server. That's ridiculous. Oh, Impulse is going to kill me. So we've got a Silk Touch Villager and a Mending Villager. That is... Oh... I never expected that to happen. I'm completely blown away. I actually give up. I've literally... This is an awesome villager as well. So we've got Feather Falling 4. We've got... I think we've got Respiration 3 as well somewhere. We've got Depth Strider 4. Villager trading is amazing. This is going so well. I'm going to fill up... I don't know how much I'm going to fill up. We're about an hour and a half in now. I think I'm just going to keep going and see what sort of villagers I can get, because I know for a fact there is an insane villager inside the breeding area, and I really want him because he's pretty sweet. We got ourselves a half-decent farmer stuck up in the system right here. As you can see, we've got some pretty decent trades, but they're nothing too spectacular, and I have to say, this is the best thing that's happened in about the past half hour. So... things seem to have sloped just a tiny bit. So guys, after another half hour of relatively boring trading, we have got this guy right here. Now this guy is a relatively decent trader. We have got 18 wheat for an emerald, which is the lowest possible wheat trade. We have got 17 potatoes for an emerald, which is okay, it's middle of the way. That's rubbish. That I don't really care about. But that is also extremely good. So I'm very happy with that farmer right there who's making his way into the system. This white coat as well, he is a Feather Falling 4 villager. But it is something like 41 emeralds for Feather Falling 4, which, yeah, that's not the best trade in the world. So I don't think we're going to be utilising this guy, but as you can see, after around about 2 and a bit hours of just hitting that button, checking out the trades, we have got ourselves one side of the system pretty much all completed, and I'm pretty chuffed. I mean, obviously, this is a work in progress. We're going to be working on this over the next couple months, trying our best to get even better villagers, but for now, I am very, very happy. So let's crack on with the next project, which is happening just over here. So, as you guys know, in the previous episode of Hermitcraft, I constructed this thing down here. Now, this is my skeleton grinder, but let's just take a look inside. As you can see, we've got magma blocks, we've got water taking the skeletons across. The skeletons spawn, they land in the water, they end up in the magma, and then their drops end up in the chest down at the bottom. Now, I had a few people asking me, why did you make a skeleton grinder when you've got yourself a mob spawner? The answer is relatively simple. And that is, A, I never really build mob grinders. I didn't build one in Hermitcraft Series 2 or Hermitcraft Series 3, so it's been a few years since I've done that. So that was a new project that I wanted to work on. But more importantly, B, this thing's actually more efficient than my mob grinder in terms of getting bones and in terms of getting arrows. So I thought it would be sensible. Anyway, what we're going to be doing now is we're going to be decorating this place, making it look a tiny bit better, because currently it's really very ugly. Bit of a progress update for you. As you can see, I've now cleared out the entire area, so we've got this staircase going right the way down to the bottom. That is now fully mined out. Now, you might notice that it's looking a little bit ugly at the minute, and that's because, of course, we've still got all the decoration to do, but I just thought I'd get rid of all those blocks and make sure that we have a big empty space to play with. So now it's time to chuck in all of the stairs and also the roof. I think I'm going to go birchwood stairs and a sandstone roof, and then for the walls, I'm thinking, and I know it's incredibly boring, but we are going to go red stained clay with stone slab like pillars going down like this. I think that will look good. It's what I used in the mining system that I built on pretty much the first episode of Hermitcraft. I don't know, I think that's like quite a traditional design, something that I personally quite like. I think it will fit in with the area and also the industrial district. It does sort of make sense. So I think that's the way that I'm going to do things. Yeah, seems like a pretty good idea to me. For about the 7th or 8th time in today's episode, we're over in the Brown District. I've just popped through into the log fellers. I've got 3 stacks of birchwood, and I just wanted to mention something that I've seen popping up down in the comment section. Quite a few people have been saying that they don't particularly like the Brown District, and they don't like the fact that all of the hermits are selling all of their items for diamonds. Now, of course, this is something that I've mentioned in the past. I've said that, you know, there are positives and there are negatives. It's really fun building the shops. It's awesome fun building the shops. And if you have lots of diamonds, it's actually really, really useful because, of course, you just change those diamonds for things that you need. You don't have to worry about farming or anything like that. The only slight problem is that of course some hermits that make really successful shops have loads of diamonds and they can buy and build pretty much anything, whereas those that don't have really successful shops, like myself, don't do quite as well. And that's what a lot of people have been saying down in the comment section. I for one, I think it's a cool system. Even though I don't have any really successful shops, I'm actually really enjoying the Brown District. It's something that I've definitely had to get used to, but now I'm loving it, especially as I now have 4 stacks of diamonds to splash out over there. This has really made me laugh. This is apparently a scale model of the Olicopter. This right here, for those of you who don't know, the Nether Hub is a scale model of the Mesa biome, and obviously they decided to put me up in the air, and they've put my base in as well, which is absolutely lovely. Thank you ever so much, guys. Progress updates, I've placed in all of the birchwood stairs, I've placed in all of the sandstone stairs, all of the blocks for the sides have been removed, and we are now in the process of chucking in the side parts. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3 like that with the redstone clay, and then up the side we're going to have the stone slabs. Now one thing that I will just say though, it's a little bit on the boring side potentially. Now I know this is the industrial district, it's not meant to look spectacular or anything like that, but it is going to be a little bit boring. I think maybe I should just build it and see what happens. Okay, the final few blocks are now going in place, and I would say this thing looks okay. Like, it doesn't look amazing, as I've said many times. Like, all the things in the industrial district, none of them are particularly beautiful, but all of them look functional, and all of them look okay, and you know what? Looking down there, that looks pretty good. So we go down to the bottom, and we have got ourselves this little area down here. We can chuck our stuff in that chest. I'm just going to remove this block and replace that with the redstone clay. And yeah, we can chuck our stuff in here, then we can AFK down at the bottom, and that works. That totally works. Awesome. Okay, so we have done all of the decoration for our skeleton grinder. I don't think that needs to be any more fancy than it already is, even though it's not particularly beautiful and we've got a lot of red going on. If we just look across like this, we've got tons of redstone clay going on. I still think this is a nice looking design, so I'm fairly happy with that one. And just the final thing that I want to do in today's episode, just out of interest, because of course we have spent a lot of time over here today, is I sort of want to check my resources chests. Now, this episode has been one of those episodes where I have no idea if it's come across the amount of time I've actually spent. Obviously we did the mining session at the start, we've done all of the villager trading. All of these are things that take a lot of time and they take a lot of effort, but potentially don't really look like that much on the video. So I hope that you have enjoyed today's video, but anyway, let's take a look. Right. Oh, wow. Okay, so we have got 3 double chests of melons. We have got almost a single double chest of pumpkins, which is going to be very good for our pumpkin villager. And if we look in here, we have got 2.5 double chests of sugarcane. That's pretty good, considering our sugarcane farm is currently turned off. So all of the farms are doing very well, our villagers are doing extremely well at the minute, we have got all of our mining, our diamond supplies doing extremely well. Everything is looking good on the Hermitcraft server, but unfortunately, that is all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to hit that like button. If you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.